What if I told you the very first thing you do every single morning might be silently killing your brain cells? Over 99% of seniors are doing this daily without even realizing the damage they're causing to their memory, focus, and emotional health. And if you're over 50, your brain doesn't recover the same way it used to. This isn't a scare tactic, this is a wake-up call. Researchers are now discovering that this one simple habit, done right after you wake up, could be the reason your memory is slipping, your brain feels foggy, or why names and faces just don't stick anymore. If you're struggling with focus, forget where you put your keys, or feel like your brain just isn't as sharp as it used to be, it might not be just aging, it might be this toxic morning mistake you are making without even realizing it. So if you're over 50, don't skip this video, because in the next few minutes I'll reveal the exact habit that could be aging your brain faster than time itself, and even better, I'll show you how to reverse the damage and wake up with a sharper, more energized mind starting tomorrow morning. 99% seniors ignore this morning habit, but it's slowly killing your brain after 50. My aunt was one of the sharpest women I knew, witty, wise, a human encyclopedia. At family dinners, she remembered every birthday, every recipe, every story. But something changed. At 62, she started forgetting names. She'd repeat stories we just heard 2 minutes ago. She'd burn toast in the kitchen and not even realize it was black until the fire alarm went off. We told ourselves it's just normal aging, but deep down, we knew something wasn't right. And that's exactly how it starts for millions of people over 50. Because here's what most people don't know. Brain decline doesn't wait until 70 or 80 to begin. It starts quietly, slowly, and decades earlier. By the time symptoms appear, damage has already been done. Right now, 1 in 9 people over the age of 65 already have Alzheimer's. But researchers say the changes in the brain can begin 20 to 30 years before the first memory ever fades. Think about that. If you're in your 50s, the clock has already started ticking. And the worst part, most people are speeding up their own brain decline every single morning before they've even had their first cup of coffee. You see, we often worry about what we eat, how much we sleep, or how often we exercise. But hardly anyone talks about what happens in those first 10 minutes after we wake up. Those 10 minutes set the tone for your brain's chemistry all day long. They control your focus, your clarity, your ability to remember, process, and stay emotionally balanced. And yet, most of us do something so common, so automatic that we don't even realize it's putting our brain into survival mode. And no, I'm not just talking about checking your phone. The damage is deeper than that. It's about how we jolt our brain awake without giving it a chance to transition from rest to rhythm. You wouldn't slam your foot on the gas before warming up your car on a cold morning. So why do we slam our brains with stress, noise, stimulation, and chaos the moment our eyes open? This silent, invisible habit is rewiring the brain in all the wrong ways, shrinking the memory center, dulling emotional regulation, and blocking mental clarity. And after age 50, your brain is more fragile, less adaptable, and more vulnerable to damage than ever before. The truth is, your morning routine could be slowly aging your brain without you even knowing it. But don't worry, because in the next part of this video, I'll reveal the exact habit that over 99% of seniors do wrong every morning. And more importantly, I'll show you how to change it starting tomorrow to protect your brain for years to come. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is this habit that's harming my brain every morning? Is it drinking coffee? Is it skipping breakfast? Is it hitting snooze too many times? No, nope, not even close. In fact, it's something you probably do automatically without even thinking. It's not just one action. It's a pattern that starts the moment your eyes open. Let's take a look at a typical morning. You wake up, the first thing you do, grab your phone. You scroll through texts, emails, news, social medias before your feet even touch the floor. Without realizing it, your brain is already under attack. Then what? You rush to the bathroom, maybe skip water, turn on the news, more stress, more stimulation, mentally jump into your to-do list before your body is even fully awake. It's noise, it's pressure, it's cortisol, and it's happening before your brain is even ready to function. Now listen carefully. The number one brain-killing habit over 99% of people over 50 do is this: waking up and instantly flooding your brain with stress or stimulation before it's even ready. Let that sink in for a second. The brain isn't a light switch. It's more like a dimmer, and it needs time to gradually come online. When you jolt it awake with digital chaos, mental overload, or emotional stress, you're telling your brain, panic mode, time to survive. And when that happens, you enter a fight or flight state within minutes of waking up. That raises your cortisol, shrinks your memory center, and blocks clear thinking for the rest of the day. Over time, doing this every morning is like pouring acid on your brain cells, especially after 50, when neuroplasticity is lower and recovery takes longer. Here's what's even worse. Your brain remembers morning patterns. It builds a neurological blueprint of what waking up feels like. So if every morning begins with this stress and rush, your brain rewires for anxiety, tension, and confusion, day after day, year after year, until it becomes your default operating system. But here's the good news. This habit is 100% reversible, and it doesn't require pills, therapy, or anything extreme. You just need to change the way you wake up. Give your brain the right environment to shift from sleep to strength, not from rest to stress. In the next section, I'll explain exactly how this bad habit is damaging your brain on a scientific and emotional level, and why the brain after 50 can't take these hits anymore. So don't stop now. This is where it gets serious. So let's get real for a moment. What actually happens inside your brain when you start your day in a state of stress and overstimulation? It's not just a bad habit, it's a chemical reaction. And that reaction begins within seconds of waking up. Here's the science. When you check your phone, read upsetting news, or mentally jump into a stressful to-do list before your brain is ready, your body triggers a stress response, and that response releases cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. Now, cortisol isn't always bad. In small doses, it helps you wake up, focus, and deal with real emergencies. But here's the problem. When you start every day with a cortisol surge, it sends the message to your brain: we are in danger, prioritize survival, forget everything else. Over time, those daily cortisol spikes start eating away at one of the most important parts of your brain, the hippocampus, your memory and learning center. It's like your brain's personal library, and when that area is under attack, memory becomes foggy, learning slows down, emotional regulation gets harder, your mind starts to feel heavy. The hippocampus actually begins to shrink in people who stay in a constant state of stress. And for seniors, that means memory problems, confusion, and yes, even early signs of dementia. That's not all. Cortisol also reduces something called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt, grow new cells, and repair itself. Without neuroplasticity, your brain becomes like a brittle branch, stiff, fragile, and easily broken. Now here's the scary part. For anyone over 50, your brain naturally loses volume as you age, but every extra cortisol spike accelerates that loss. It's like pressing fast forward on brain aging. This is why many seniors report forgetting familiar names, losing track of conversations, walking into a room and not remembering why, struggling to focus for more than 10 minutes, random mood swings they never used to have, and most chalk it up to just getting older. But what if it's not just age? What if it's how you're starting your day that's breaking your brain down piece by piece? Think of it this way. Every stressful morning is like pouring a little acid on your memory, a little tear in your emotional stability, a little fog over your clarity. Now multiply that by 365 mornings, year after year, and suddenly the damage becomes very real. If you're over 50, your brain simply can't afford to keep taking this hit. It's like punching holes in a lifeboat that's already halfway underwater. But here's the good news. You can stop the damage. You can reverse the stress. You can actually rebuild parts of your brain if you give it the right environment to heal. Up next, I'll show you the warning signs that this morning habit has already taken hold, and what to watch for before it's too late. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or stood in front of the fridge, none staring, unsure what you opened it for? Or maybe you've been telling a story to a friend, and halfway through, your mind just goes blank. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken, but you may be waking up every day in a way that's hurting your brain more than helping it. If you're doing this morning habit daily, you may already feel the damage, but just haven't connected the dots yet. Let's break down the real-life warning signs your brain has been giving you. Short-term memory slips. You forget names of people you just met. You repeat questions or stories without realizing it. You lose track of keys, glasses, or your phone, even if they were just in your hand. Mental fog before noon. You feel like your thoughts are slow. Tasks that used to take 10 minutes now feel like an hour. You keep rereading the same sentence, but it won't stick. Irritability or low mood in the morning. You wake up already tense or on edge. Small things feel bigger than they are. You can't find your calm even after coffee, overwhelmed and drained even after a full night's sleep. You slept 7 or 8 hours but still feel exhausted. Your energy crashes early. Your brain feels offline, like something just isn't clicking. These aren't random signs of getting older. They are not just stress, and they're not something you have to accept as normal. These are your brain's alarm bells saying something's wrong with how we're starting the day. Because here's the hard truth, your brain doesn't run on age, it runs on input, and the first input you give it every morning, that sets the tone for everything, from memory to mood, focus to fatigue. If you start the day with panic, distraction or digital noise, your brain assumes it's in danger, it locks down learning, it blocks growth, it shifts into survival mode. But survival isn't where your brain thrives, survival is where decline begins. So if you're noticing these signs, the forgetfulness, the fog, the frustration, I want you to know you are not alone, you are not powerless, and it is not too late, because in the next part of this video, I'm going to walk you through a new morning routine that can begin to repair your brain, one that thousands have used to restore clarity, boost energy, and feel like themselves again, even after 50. This is where the healing starts. So now that you know what's hurting your brain every morning, let's flip the script. Let's talk about what you should do to not just stop the damage, but actually begin to heal and protect your brain starting tomorrow. Because the truth is, your brain is a self-healing machine, but only if you give it the right conditions, and it all begins in the first 30 minutes of your day. Step 1. Hydrate first. Before anything else, grab a glass of room temperature water with a slice of lemon. Why? Because while you sleep, your brain flushes out toxins, and water helps rinse them away. It also jumpstarts your metabolism, fuels your cells, and helps rehydrate your brain after hours of fasting. No coffee yet, no juice, just water. Step 2. No screens for the first 30 minutes. That's right, no phone, no emails, no social media, and definitely no news. Why? Because that instant digital stimulation hijacks your brain's rhythm and spikes cortisol. Instead, give your brain space to wake up on its own terms. Your nervous system needs stillness, not scrolling. Try sitting in silence or playing soft instrumental music instead. Step 3. Get natural light ASAP. Open your curtains. Step outside. Let real sunlight hit your face even if it's cloudy. That natural light triggers your circadian rhythm, boosts serotonin, and helps your brain produce melatonin later for deeper sleep. This one change alone can improve your mood, clarity, and sleep quality in just a few days. Step 4. Move your body gently. We are not talking about a gym session, just 5 to 10 minutes of mindful movement. Light stretching, a short walk, a few yoga poses, even simple tai chi. Why? Movement increases blood flow to your brain, releases feel-good endorphins, and primes your body for a day of alertness. Step 5. Deep breathing plus gratitude. Sit down, close your eyes, take 5 slow deep breaths, then ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? This tiny ritual rewires your brain to focus on calm, not chaos. It replaces fear with faith, and it activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, memory, and emotional control. 5 minutes of peace in the morning can change how you respond to the world all day. Step 6. Fuel smartly. Skip the sugar bombs. Most people wake up and eat cereal, toast, or pastries, which spike blood sugar, then crash it, leaving the brain sluggish. Instead, go for brain foods: eggs, choline, avocados, healthy fat, walnuts, omega-3s, berries, antioxidants. This kind of breakfast protects neurons, sharpens focus, and supports memory. In just 7 days of this new morning routine, many seniors report better energy, clearer thinking, sharper memory, a calmer, more positive mood. The science backs it up, but more importantly, you'll feel the difference. This is how you reset your brain after 50. And next, I'll show you the biggest traps to avoid forever, even if you follow this routine, so the healing doesn't get undone. Alright, we've covered what to start doing to protect your brain, but now it's time for something even more important: what you need to stop doing forever. Because let's be honest, you can follow every healthy habit in the world, but if you're still making these silent mistakes every morning, you're just pouring water into a leaky bucket. Trap number 1, checking your phone first thing in the morning. This is the biggest one. Grabbing your phone and diving into messages, social media, or headlines triggers cortisol immediately. You are not even out of bed, and your brain is already in fight or flight mode. Scrolling equals stress, and the stress is the enemy of memory. Put the phone across the room. Don't touch it for at least 30 minutes after waking. Trap number 2, drinking coffee before water. Yes, coffee lovers, I know this one stings, but here's the truth. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated, and coffee dehydrates you even more. Starting with caffeine before water spikes cortisol, tightens blood vessels, and actually worsens brain fog. Hydration before stimulation, always. Trap number 3. Starting the day with worry, news or negativity, turning on the news first thing, reading emails from work, replaying yesterday's stress in your mind. You are programming your brain for anxiety from the second you wake up. This raises inflammation in the brain and over time increases your risk of depression and cognitive decline. Give your brain peace first, productivity can come later. Trap number 4. Skipping protein at breakfast. Eating a sugary breakfast like toast, cereal or muffins sends your blood sugar soaring and then crashing. That crash leads to irritability, confusion and fatigue before noon. Your brain needs protein and healthy fats to function, especially after 50. A protein-packed breakfast feeds your neurons, a sugar bomb starves them. Trap number 5. Comparing yourself online. This one is sneakier, but just as damaging. Waking up and scrolling through perfect lives on social media, especially when your mind is still waking up, can trigger feelings of unworthiness, sadness or stress, and that negative self-talk rewires your brain, literally. Start your day with your own thoughts, not someone else's highlight reel. These are all brain inflammation triggers, and if you're over 50, your brain just can't keep taking these hits anymore. Not if you want to stay sharp, not if you want to stay you. This is your line in the sand. It's time to stop the silent damage and start choosing clarity over chaos. Because in the final part of this video, I'll guide you through your call to action. The exact steps to take today to protect your mind for years to come. Let's finish strong. You made it to the end of this video, and that tells me something important. You care about your brain. You are not here to just age normally. You are here to take your health, your clarity and your future into your own hands. So here's what to do next. Step 1. Subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because I'll be sharing even more secrets to protect your mind, heart and body after 50. From memory hacks to brain foods to energy upgrades. This is your time to take back your power, because aging doesn't have to mean decline. Not on your watch. Step 2. Comment below. Let the universe and your subconscious know you're serious about this shift. Type this out 11 times in the comments. I choose clarity. I protect my brain every morning. Not once, not twice, 11 times, because repetition rewires the mind and your brain is listening. Your words today shape your mind tomorrow. Step 3. Share this video. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Send this to your parents, your partner, your best friend, your older sibling, anyone over 50 who might be making this same silent mistake. You might just help them prevent years of brain damage or even reverse it, starting now. Step 4. Go watch the next video. Right now. If you care about your brain, you have to care about your bones too. Click here to watch 7 foods that steal calcium from your bones after 50s. Doctors hide this. Because it's not just about your thoughts, it's about your entire body staying strong, energized and free. You are not too old, you are not too late, and you're definitely not alone. Let's rebuild your clarity, your energy and your confidence, one morning at a time. It all begins tomorrow morning.